welcome to Karen's Kitchen Easy. Together with our easy to follow recipes, kitchen basics, hints and tricks, we will make you the star of your kitchen. If you enjoy this video, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out the link below this video. It will take you to karenskitcheneasy.com where you can find a printable version of today's recipe. And remember, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. But wait, it is easy, and you can do it too. Today's lesson is loves potato chips, but nobody likes the fat and greasiness and calories that come with it. But we're going to be making potato chips in our microwave oven, and they will have almost no fat in them. We're going to start with a russet baking potato, and you can choose a Yukon Gold or an Idaho potato. I just simply happen to have a russet potato. Now be sure you scrub it down really well. We're going to be using a mandolin. A mandolin is a food slicer. You can get it in any grocery store or kitchen supply place. It simply is an adjustable slicer, and mine has little plates that you can put in that can vary the thickness. You're going to want to set it on the thinnest possible setting because we want our potato chips to be nice and crispy. So start by running it a couple of slices there, and we're going to discard the first few slices because they're very small and they won't make great potato chips. So just when that's done, pick your potato up, and like I said, we're going to be leaving the skin on it because most of the nutrients are in the skin, and the skin actually is easier to handle when we're slicing it and also when we're baking our potato chips. Plus they have a nice little gourmet touch to it. So we're going to run our potato through the mandolin back and forth until we get the whole potato sliced. Now be careful when you get to the other end because we don't want to run our fingers through the slicer. There, I'm going to just about be finished here, and I'm going to discard that last little bit. That's going to be about it. Whoa, there, throw that part away. I've got a nice pile of very thinly sliced potatoes. Now, we want to draw some of the moisture out of these potatoes because that's going to make a crisper chip. And to do that, we're going to be using some paper toweling. So just lay your paper toweling out, and we're going to put our potato slices in a single layer on our paper toweling. Now, another reason we're covering our potatoes once we're done here is because for some reason the starch in baked potatoes, when it's exposed to air, turns kind of a pinkish or grayish color, and that makes for a very unattractive potato. So there we have them all covered up, pressed down on the paper a little bit to try to get it started wicking away that excess moisture in the potato. Now we're going to want a dish to put our potatoes on to put in the microwave. So you want an oven-proof or microwave-proof dish. Now I actually took a shortcut and took the turntable out of my microwave to use to bake my potatoes in. So there's my turntable, and of course it is microwave-proof. And I know I said almost fat-free. For the first go-round of potatoes, I'm actually going to put a very thin spray of olive oil down on my pan here, and this just keeps the first layer from sticking as we put them in. And so I have a little pump sprayer refillable that I like to use. It's really great. So just be sure it's spread out nice and thin because we don't want to overwhelm our potatoes. And then we're going to lay our potatoes in a single layer on our microwave plate, and it's going to take more than one go round in the oven, so you won't get all of them on the plate. But there we have our microwave plate almost full here of our potato slices. And before we put them in the microwave, this is kind of fun because it's like a little puzzle trying to get as much on the plate as I can. But before we put them in the microwave, we're going to put a little bit of salt on them. I happen to like salted potato chips, and this is where you can get creative. You can use other types of spices. I'm just going to put some salt on, but you can use cracked pepper. You can use taco seasoning. You can be very creative. You can even use some some powdered salad dressing. But a little bit of salt and just on one side is all we're going to do. Then we're going to put it in our microwave for 3 minutes. So I'll see you back here in 3 minutes. Now they've been in the oven on high for 3 minutes, and we're going to turn them. They're pretty much cooked now, of course, but we want to get them crispy. So we're going to turn them all over and use any kind of a pattern that you want to be sure that you turn everything and don't skip a chip. But this is one reason why it's nice to have the skin on, because it's much easier to grab and turn the chips. And also the skin does a little curling and it makes a really pretty curly potato chip. Now once we have them all turned, we're actually going to do a little bit of switcheroo, because things tend to cook on the edges of plates faster than in the middle. So I'm going to move some of the potato chips that were at the edge, especially the smaller ones, and I'm going to move them into the center to make sure everything gets cooked as evenly as I can. And when I do this, they're going to go back in the microwave for 1.5 to 2 minutes, depending on how many potatoes you've got baked. And there we have our first batch of microwave potato chips. They're lovely browned on here. And you're going to let them cool in the pan. And once they've cooled, they're ready to eat. And because they've been in the microwave for a total of 5 minutes, they're nice and crispy and crunchy. And they make a great side dish. So we're going to pretend they've cooled now for a few minutes. So we're just going to put them in a bowl and they're ready to eat. And this is about half a potato's worth right here. And that's only about 60 calories. So what a great side dish. But we're going to make them a little bit fancier, and we're going to make a dipping sauce for our potato chips. So to do this, we're going to be making a fat-free French onion dip. To do that, we're going to start with about 1/2 to 2/3 of a cup of fat-free sour cream. Get it in any grocery store. To that, we're going to add a teaspoon of granulated soup base or bouillon, a beef bouillon. So just put that in. And to that, we're going to add a tablespoon and a half to 2 tablespoons of dried onion pieces. Now, not granulated onion or onion salt. This is dried onion. So I'm going to put that in and just stir all the ingredients together. Now, once we've stirred for a while, we're going to let it set for a little while, because the onions need to soften and the bouillon needs to dissolve. So once we let it set for a few minutes, we're going to stir it again, and possibly for a third time. And there we have it. Our guilt-free potato chips and fat-free sour cream. So I'll see you next time.